This past fall, when I was on tour with my band, I visited every gaming and hobby shop I could find, and when they let me, I filmed it. There are so many amazing independently owned shops all across America, and I want the rest of the world to see them. They each have their own personality and serve their local community in their own unique way. Unfortunately, due to current events, none of them are open right now for you to walk into. But at the end of this episode, we'll show you how you can support each one. Hopefully one day soon you can enjoy them in person, but at least for now you can enjoy them virtually. Welcome to On Tour with Dragons. In this episode, we'll be visiting Firefly Toys and Games in Columbia, South Carolina. The sheer size of this place is what immediately struck me, and the knowledge and enthusiasm of their staff and community was extremely impressive. I remember the day we visited, a hurricane was hitting another part of the state pretty hard, and some of the relief workers were at the store taking a well-deserved break, relaxing a little and playing some games before they had to ship out again. Right now, they're offering curbside pickup and shipping across the country. At the end of this episode, we'll show you how you can support Firefly Toys and Games or a store that's local to you. My name is Jason Charles Miller. I've performed in front of audiences all over the world and collaborated with some of music's biggest stars. I've also been the voice of hundreds of characters in video games and cartoons, but before I did any of that, I played Dungeons and Dragons. While I travel across the country playing music, I'm stopping by some of the most epic gaming shops I can find and asking people what D&D means to them. This is On Tour with Dragons. How's it going? We just pulled up to our gig in Columbia, South Carolina. But earlier today, across town, we spent some time at Firefly Toys and Games. You gotta see this place. Let's check it out. Okay, hey, I'm here with Robert Wise. But we're here at Firefly Toys and Games. Walk in and it is very overwhelming and also inviting and awesome.
Well, that's good. That's what we want to see. We started with a little 4,000 square foot store in Lexington, South Carolina, and now we're at this larger location. So,
18,000 square feet.
Yeah, lots of play space.
Lots of gaming.
All the big stuff you'll see at a normal board game store are going to be there, but we also have a giant arcade. Right now we have 16 pinball machines and a bunch of the larger retro arcade cabinets.
D&D pinball. Hey, I'm here with Nicole Hosseldoni. Nicole, you work here at the store. You also run the Adventures League here.
We run somewhere between 7 and 10 tables. Tonight we're actually probably going to run 11.
Wow.
So in addition to Adventures League, we're also going to have like 5 or 6 homebrew tables running as well. If you start in our Adventures League crew, you can find like-minded people and then branch from there, and that happens really frequently.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about RPG Summer Camp.
We actually had a really good turnout for the first one, and then we had a better turnout for the second one, and we had some returning players, which was really awesome. We ended up running Dungeons and Doggies. We ran some of that, which was fantastic. And then we actually ended up running a good portion of In Volo's Wake.
More than half our store space is dedicated to play space. Just open tables where anybody can come in and play. And we have about 300 demo games to play for free.
And they're going to be filled tonight, right? D&D night?
Yeah, D&D night, we have somewhere upwards around 100 people, sometimes 150 depending on the week. One of our great customers made a website for us where people can go and sign up for the table they want, and DMs can go in and put the table on that they're playing. You'll see how many open seats are available. geekcredonline.com if you want to check that out.
Assuming you play D&D, right?
I've played lots of D&D. Okay. The same group of friends that I played with in college, we still play 5th edition now, and it's wonderful.
Well, all of what I DM for the Adventures League group is the modules or the hardcovers. And that's partially because of AO rules, and then also partially because it's much easier to take something that's really well contained and wrap in a brand new player to it than it is to sort of try and work them into this really elaborate homebrew situation.
Right. Tell me about your favorite character you like to play.
She's terribly multi-classed, but she's mostly barred now because that's sort of how she developed. She actually was born from a desire not to talk to anyone at table that day.
Okay.
I just didn't feel like talking, and so I came up with this idea of a kenku, and her name is Jingle. That's the sort of common way to say her name, because her name was actually the ringing of a bell. And I took a handbell with me to table
Just jingled
and
it.
just jingled it whenever they were like, what is, and I would like describe the character, and then they would be like, what is their name? And I would just ring the bell.
Since you play D&D, have you noticed anything that it's done to sort of help you in your everyday life?
I love to DM. That's my thing. DMing to me is letting, my creative outlet flow. If I want to tell a story, or if I want to tell a story with other people, I can do that.
I used to tutor as well, so I can definitely see how using D&D to teach critical thinking skills and using D&D to teach social skills is like it's a really good way to do it. It's a really fun way to do it.
We've actually already worked with my wife, who's a clinical counselor, and I got to go to her office and we did an entire seminar on how Dungeons and Dragons can help people that have trauma.
Right.
And I got to run a game for a bunch of these students that had some issues, and it really helped them a lot, and it was really cool to see that and to see what D&D can do for those people.
I love it. It's so much fun.
Well, thanks for giving us a little bit of your time
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
telling us about the store and telling us all the great things you have going here. So this was Firefly Toys and Games. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this, and I'm glad I could share it with you. So see you next time on Tour with Dragons. To support Firefly Toys and Games, check out the links on screen and below. Many game stores across the country are offering curbside pickup or online orders. If you don't live in South Carolina and want to find a local gaming shop near you, check out the Wizards Play Network store locator below and ask how you can offer your support.